Welcome everyone to our North American Bible Quiz Tournament Banquet. You looked at your program. I am not Matt Johnson, but we're calling an audible. Someone said that Pastor Garrett Gleason was eager to start eating, and so we're going to go ahead and pray even though Brother Johnson's not here. Is that correct, Brother Gleason? All right. Oh wait, you have your mouth full of salad. I'm sorry. I was going to go pray for each table, but that'll take a while. So let's bow our heads. We'll let you get started. Lord, thanks so much for this wonderful group, tremendous ministry that we are certainly blessed to be a part of. Thank you for this great evening and all that it holds for us, and certainly for this to be a blessing to our bodies. We ask in Jesus' name. Amen. Brother Gleason, carry on.
Can I make an announcement about live streaming? Give people a heads up. Okay. just a very quick announcement. If you have friends and family at home who want to watch the live stream, we are live streaming the banquet. Go to seniorBibleQuizzing.com and click on the upper right-hand corner where it says Live Updates. Okay, seniorBibleQuizzing.com. When the awards start is when we'll start that stream, but just for your friends and family at home.
If I could have your attention just for a moment up on the front stage. How many of you have appreciated the staff here at the Convention Center at the Renaissance Hotel? We told the staff here that if they keep treating us so well, we're going to come back. And that's exactly what they want. They've done a tremendous job from start to finish. This took months and months of planning, and they've been so helpful and so receptive. And they have an award here at the Renaissance Hotel Convention Center, and that is the Gold Key Award. And this award is given by the members that are coming in. This is given by the Bible quizzing community to one staff member who goes above and beyond and exceeds expectations for all of us. And so I'm going to give this Gold Key Award to the hotel manager, Leandra De Lorenzo, and she's going to award our Gold Key presentation to Mr. Kenneth Jackson for doing such a tremendous job serving the Bible quizzing community. Thank you, Kenneth. Thank you so much, Kenneth. They've done a tremendous job, and this award is just a small token of all that your staff has done for all of us throughout the week, so thank you so much.
I need Jay. Hey!
I feel like I haven't seen you in forever. How's your day?
You've been sitting here, but everything's going well. I needed to see the VIP.
Go right.
Hang on a second. Tall man right there is the superintendent of Texas. I wanted to come and see his team's report. Can you see them somewhere? You know anyone's going to send you? Okay. From what I understand, yes. Well, let's do whatever we can. Who all's enjoying your carrots and your tomatoes? That's a healthy kid right there, or young lady. There we go. It's so wonderful to be with you tonight after this tremendous year of learning about the way of wisdom. Understand this, the way of wisdom didn't make its way to our flashcards through a simple process. The writers of Proverbs, Solomon, Agur, and Lemuel, shared their hard-learned life lessons, and for our convenience, unpacked them for us. So as we study the way of wisdom, I wonder how many of us this year have ever thought of how we actually got the ways of wisdom? What are the challenges that made Solomon, quote-unquote, learn the hard way? After all, the best lessons in life are learned through experience. Tonight, we'll show you through some of the possible ways in which this wisdom, unique as it is in some verses, was acquired through hardship, rejection, tribulation, and near Armageddon. Oh.
You know, wisdom hasn't always come to me so easily. You know, most people don't know that the Queen of Sheba actually visited me twice. And the first time, oh man, I was in fact wiser than all the children of the East Country. But that's because we're talking about children. How would you like your wisdom compared to that of a bunch of scraggly kids? Not cool, right? Well, anyway, when she came to visit me, she had some real stumpers in the storehouse. Let me tell you about it. It was a cool, breezy Mediterranean morning. I was relaxing and just sipping on some Figure-8.
Hello, Miss Sheba. How can I greet your guest of honor?
Oh, cut the sweetness, boo. I'm here to see what all this self-proclaimed wisdom is about. So what's all this wisdom, and where does all this money and bling-bling come from?
Financial Peace University by Dave Ramsey's and...
Been there, done that. I couldn't save a pretty shekel if I tried. So, I'm here to ask you some questions of my own. Are you ready?
Yeah, ready.
Question number 1, question number 10, question. 1 9 word 4 word 2 the second word to the verse, 7 word to the verse, 8 word to the verse, 9 word to the verse, 10 word 2 of the verse, 8 word to the verse. Do you have 30 seconds? Go.
God gave David, no, not David, Dad. God gave Solomon, God gave me, what did God give me? God gave me
I thought you were one.
God gave Solomon wisdom and understanding, exceeding. The word is much. The word is much. Okay, it's found in Proverbs. I haven't even written Proverbs yet.
Seriously.
Yeah, seriously.
The word is much.
The word is much.
Forget it. Okay, well, you're not so wise in that area, but maybe it's not so wise to memorize those kinds of cross-references anyway, but you'll never know. So let's get into some theology. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. Did Adam have a belly button?
Sure, I've had a healthy navel.
Well, was it an innie or an outie?
Audi, definitely.
Pre-trib or post-trib?
Pre-trip? What's a trip? What's a post?
Okay, let's move into some, other types of questions. Let's move into some political style questions. Do you believe in climate change?
Sure. Fall, winter, spring, summer. Oh, wait, I meant autumn.
Okay, the next question comes from a country very, very far away. Why is the American president always the next Antichrist?
American? What's a Christ? What's an American?
Okay, obviously you're just fatuous to all this political wisdom, so let's go into a question that all of my kinspeople have wondered for a very, very long time. Why did an NABQT Bible Quizzers immediately and automatically get free NAYC registration? Why did Russ Gobert move to Florida? Is he still actually Canadian? Which is the best Bible college to get married at? Indiana Bridal College, Christian Wife College, or Apostolic Faith Institute? Who really writes the questions? Who really writes the questions for extravaganza? And what was the name of Ryan O'Neal's parent chair speech? Oh, don't give this up. Steph.
Well, as you can see, O'Neal, I had some serious confrontations. Anyway, back to writing. Let's get to work on chapter 7. And I'll dictate, you just do what you do, alright? My son, keep my words, and lay up my commandments with thee. Keep my commandments, and live. And my law as the apple of thine eye. Bind them upon thy fingers. Write them upon the tables of thine medulla oblongata.
I think that might be a bit much.
Maybe you're right. Yeah, it's kind of pretentious. The table of thine heart. Say unto wisdom, thou art my sister, call understanding thy kinswoman, that they may keep thee from the strange woman, from the stranger with fluttereth with her words. No. You know, I'm happy we're translating, it's all great and wonderful, but it's more powerful and more anointed when we do it in Hebrew. So let's go with it. Hijo mío, guarda mis razones, y atesora contigo mis mandamientos.
Guarda mis mandamientos y vivirás, y miré como las niñas de tus ojos.
Lígalos a tus dedos, escríbelos en la tabla de tu corazón.
Di a la sabiduría, tú eres mi hermana, y a la inteligencia llama parienta.
Para que te guarden de la mujer ajena y de la extraña que ablanda con sus palabras. ¡Gloria a Dios!
¡Y a su nombre!
¡Gloria! Definitely anointed. Woo!
Now, anyway, Solomon, do you really mean in verse 5 with the translation thing to say flutter it instead of flutter it? I think you might be misconstruing the Hebrew a bit there. Sure,
Trust me on this one, O'Neal. Well, let me tell you about the story. I met about a strange woman. It was a cool, breezy Mediterranean afternoon.
Hey there, handsome. My name is Lizzie Liz, and I'm looking for a man who can quizzy quiz. What's your name?
Solomon.
That is definitely a king's name. So tell me about yourself, Solomon. How much do you make an hour? Because with that chiseled chin, you definitely ain't no Burger King. And by the way, do you have a bag?
You're kind of weird. I don't know if you're you're doing there? Why don't you tell me about yourself?
Oh, that's funny that you should ask because I was just crowned the Oklahoma tater tot eating champion.
What is that? What is this thing you're wearing? Why do you do that?
What are you talking about?
Look, what's with that?
It's flattering. It's what women do.
That's not very.
Oh my gosh, your eyes match my outfit. We should totally take a selfie.
Selfie?
Oh my gosh.
That was so good. That was so good. You look so cute together.
Good golly, Shabbat Shalom. You are a strange woman. Oh, Lemuel, these reflections really just get me thinking. You know, it was also an encounter with a woman which inspired me to write. It is better to dwell in a corner of the housetop than with a brawling woman in a strange house. Again, it was a cool, breezy Mediterranean morning. Well, good morning, my delightful damsel.
Good morning to you, Solomon. Is there something up? Because you never tell me good morning.
I just thought I'd celebrate this beautiful morning with my boss. I'm sorry, I meant to say my wife. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Solomon, did you put in fake sugar again? I don't want fake sugar, just like I don't want a fake man. I am a real woman with real problems who needs real money and a real Louis Vuitton. I need some real estate and a real man with a real job because this Bible quizzing Proverbs coordinating thing is not bringing home the bacon. Okay?
Tell you good morning, I gave coffee and bacon. It was stevia extract. And I put the coaches and the prisoners in the road to hotel. Our mileage reimbursement went up from 20 farthings a mile to 35. Please, please don't.
Solomon, you're not sleeping on the couch, you're sleeping in the corner of the housetop.
God, tell me something in this situation. Getting better? 12? In the corner of a house? Then with the brawling? Oh, God, it hurts. Woman in the White House. May I rest in peace, Lord. So as you can see, Lemuel, a lot of my wisdom has come from real life experiences. Hard learned lessons. Nobody knows the troubles I see. So anyway, all that reflection had me really tired. I think I'm gonna just go ahead and call it a night. You know, maybe someday you'll have an opportunity to write your own proverbs. After all, you've been my protege for about over a decade now. Can you tidy up? I'm gonna call it a night. Wisdom!
Holy mackerel! The key to finding a virtuous woman and the end of husband ministry for me, I could see it. I could taste it. I could smell it.
Thank you for the flowers.
You're welcome. I picked them myself from the farmer's market. By the way, what's your name?
Wisdom, but my friends call me P31.
Well, if you're P31, then you can call me P32. You are, sorry, I always get awkward talking around girls. You are a crown to me, and you built this house with your hands. I will never need to dwell in the wilderness, nor in the corner of the housetop. You are more precious than rubies, and all the things I can desire are not to be compared unto you. You are health to my navel, and marriage to my bones. You are my fountain of life. That's a 2-time phrase, by the way. You stand in the top of high places, by the way, in the places of the paths. You cry at the gates, at the entry of the city, at the coming in at the doors. You are my good thing, and I shall obtain favor of the Lord. Well, that didn't go over too well. No wonder Solomon threw this one away. That is not the way of wisdom.
All right, how about another great hand for the entertainment crew? The great job they did. While you're finishing up your meal, we are going to go into the team awards for the intermediate division. But first, I learned this past weekend, maybe some others joined me in learning that a very special couple to the Bible Quiz Ministry has decided to give up their role as coordinator of the district. And this does give me an opportunity to say a great big thanks to all the district coordinators. A number of you are here. In fact, if you are a district coordinator, would you just stand, you and your spouse? We'd like for you to just stand right where you are, and we'll give you a great hand. All district coordinators. These are the people that make it happen all quiz season long. We love you. Could not do it without you. Thank you so much. All three here. We appreciate it. The brother and sister Wade Gaffney from the Virginia district are going to call it quits. This was a shocking revelation to me at our officials meeting on Saturday. I was dumbfounded, speechless, and that's not always the case. But brother and sister Gaffney, would you please come? We'd like to honor you for 25 years of service as the Virginia district coordinator of senior Bible quizzing. Of course, the number of lives, up here please, the number of lives they've influenced in these 25 years, we just couldn't begin to imagine the great impact in their service. We appreciate that. They've also been North American Bible Quiz Tournament officials for a bunch of years. In fact, some may not know this, it's been over 10 years ago, but we have in our manual informally dubbed the Daphne Rule. And what it is, most again, you're too young to know this, it's been 10 plus years ago, he was a foul judge. And we had wording in our manual that strictly interpreted meant that you could only hold your buzzer in one hand and not use the other to cup over it. And so we now have specific language that says it is permissible for the non-buzzer hand to touch the buzzer hand. That's the Daphne Rule, informally dubbed. We loved every minute of that. We had a blast with it. We so much appreciate this couple. Want them to know their service. And here's the great news. They're not retiring from quizzing. They're going to start working on junior Bible quizzing in their local church to build up the program. Isn't that thrilling? I'm so glad. Brother Gaffney will give you just a quick moment to say thanks to you all.
Praise the Lord. This is, to me, the greatest ministry of the United Pentecostal Church International. And for the past 25 years, working as a district coordinator in Virginia, it has been very fulfilling. I've seen a lot of young people grow up in quizzing and then go on to do other work in the ministry, either in the music ministry, preaching, going out into the missions field. It's just great to see how our young people grow up in the Word and continue in the Word, being witnesses for the Lord. And I am looking forward to the next chapter in my life that the Lord is leading me into. Thank you.
One more great hand for our brother and sister Wade Gaffney. All right, you ready for some team awards in the intermediate division? All right, coming in, we have, the way the matrix falls out, we have 4 teams that are tied for 9th, and we're just giving these off the page here, 12 through 1. Being tied for 9th place, from Hazelwood, Missouri, Missouri 2, they went 4-2 in this tournament. Out of 113 teams total, 56 of those were in the intermediate division. We'd like for the Missouri 2 team to come. Coaches and quizzers, please. Tied for 9th, Missouri 2, Hazelwood. Let's give Missouri 2 another great hand. All right. right, also tied for 9th. They went 3-2 out of the 56 teams in the intermediate division. Texas 2, the Woodlands, Texas. Texas 2. Wait, they want one more. It's not official until Brittany takes the picture. All right, one more great hand. Texas 2. Also tied for 9th. They went 3-2 in the tournament. North Dakota. This would be Bismarck. Here they come. All the way from Bismarck. We appreciate North Dakota's strong commitment to Bible quizzing. Glad they're a part of it. All right, another great hand for North Dakota. All right, also tied for 9th. They went 4-2. Louisiana 1. Denham Springs. Denham. It's Grandpa getting the picture there. Are you videoing, Brother Mark? Video. Oh, both. I didn't know. Congratulations, Denham. One more great hand. Louisiana 1. All right, they're tied for 7th. We have going 4-2, North Carolina 2. North Carolina 2. Combination team, two-way arena. Brother Eric Hopkins is not only coach, but he's a coordinator of North Carolina District. So we appreciate his work. That district has seen a great resurgence in the last few years. North Carolina 2. One more great hand for them. Thank you. And then also tied for 7th, they too went 4-2. Texas 1, Conroe. Texas 2. Sorry, Texas 1. Monroe. Mineral Youth President Enzi is quite pleased. And Pastor Enzi, I'm sorry. All right, Texas won. Congratulations. Then tied for fifth, we have going 5-2 in the tournament, Louisiana 2, Baton Rouge. Baton Rouge. One more hand for Baton Rouge and Pastor Davis. We appreciate his support of the Bible Quiz Ministry. And then also tied for fifth, they went 6-2, Florida 2, Gainesville. Florida 2. All right, congratulations to Florida 2, Gainesville. And now for the top 4 teams out of the 56 that were a part of the intermediate division. Coming in 4th place, they went 5-2 in the tournament. Indiana 1, Greenwood. Indiana. Here they come. There's our 4th place team. Congratulations. Appreciate their youth president, Indiana youth president, being a part of that too, and his support. Then coming in 3rd place, 5-2, Western 1, Concord, California, all the way from the West Coast. Or as I like to say, Lucas and the ladies. Here they are, third place finisher, Western 1. And then our second place team from the tournament, they went 6-2, Illinois 1, Aaron Salem, Illinois. All right, Illinois 1. Congratulations to them. And are you ready for the champions? This team worked its way all the way back to round 2, 1-2 in the finals, went 9-1. Our champions of the intermediate division, Florida 3, Fort Walton Beach. Let's give them a great hand. Our champions for the intermediate division, 2015. Congratulations, Florida 3. How about one more great hand for our champions, Florida 3, Fort Walton Beach.
All right, we're going to keep rolling with the Experience Division awards. Congratulations to all of our intermediate trophy-winning teams. To try to expedite this process a little bit, we're going to call the team, but all of you teams know where you're placed, right? You don't. So if you're the next team, if you could queue yourself up right over here, we'll be able to move you onto the platform, get those pictures, and be seated, and maybe we can expedite things a little bit, as we said. All right, our first team award goes to in 9th place. All of these teams are tied for 9th place. Missouri won with a record in 3 from Lebanon, Missouri. All right, let's have another hand for Lebanon, Missouri as they sit down. Our next ninth place team, also with a record of 3-2, Louisiana 2 from Denham Springs, Louisiana. All right, another great hand for Denham Springs, this fabulous quiz church, continuing a wonderful tradition of quizzing. Our next ninth place finisher, Ohio 1, also with a record of 3-2 from Lancaster, Ohio. All right, let's hear it once again for Lancaster, Ohio. Our final team tied for ninth place with a record of 2-2, Louisiana 3 from Lake Charles, Louisiana. All right, once again, as Lake Charles steps down, another great hand. Another Louisiana church with a fine tradition of quizzing. All right, place tied for seventh with a record of 4-2, Ohio 2 from Zanesville, Ohio. All right, let's give it up once again for Zanesville, Ohio. Also in 7th place with a record of 5-2, Washington 1, Hope Rim, Washington. All right, another round of applause for Hope Rim, Washington as they step down. It's so great to see such representation out of Washington State. Our first team tied for 5th place. New Jersey, Delaware 1 with a record of 4-2 from Newark, Delaware. All right, another round of applause as Newark steps down. Our second team tied for 5th place with a record of 7 wins and 2 losses. From Virginia 1, Chesapeake, Virginia. Oh, wait, one more. All right, let's give it up for Chesapeake, Virginia as they step down. Each year in the Experience Division, we have a special award that we call our New Team Merit Award. We had several strong candidates for our New Team Merit Award, and that is a team that is participating in the Experience Division for the first time, and their church has not been represented for at least the past 5 years. So we do have some honorable mentions that we would like. We don't have any hardware for you, but we would like to stand and recognize you. Wilmington, Delaware, can you stand? The Woodlands, Texas, as an honorable mention. Lebanon, Missouri, as an honorable mention to our New Team Merit Award. And our New Team Merit Award winner for 2015 in the Experience Division, Hope Rim, Washington. Merit Award winners for 2015, Hopefully in Washington. And now our top 4 teams in the Experience Division. With a record of 7-2, Missouri 3 from Hazelwood, Missouri, our 4th place team. All right, can we have another hand for Hazelwood, continuing a wonderful tradition of Bible quiz excellence in Hazelwood. Our 3rd place team with a record of 5-2 from Louisiana 1, Alexandria, Louisiana. I'm sure their coordinator will appreciate this, but that is the 3rd Louisiana team to trophy this evening. In 2nd place with a record of 7-2 from Palm Bay, Florida, Florida 1. All right, can we have a nice hand for Palm Bay, Florida as they step down? They were one of 3 teams to quiz the most in this tournament with 9 quizzes. But with a perfect 7-0 record, our undefeated champions for 2015 in the Experience Division, Texas 2 from Grand Prairie, Texas.
Come on, let's all give it up for them one more time. What a tremendous job. We are honored here tonight that in the busyness of their schedule, the Bernards have taken time to be with us in this particular banquet. We certainly appreciate that they strive for excellence. We are delighted that he's going to come and greet the crowd tonight. Would you make feel welcome, Dr. Nick Bernard?
Well, good evening and praise the Lord. You may be seated. I'll be brief, but I try to come to the banquet every youth congress. And the reason is twofold. Number one, I really appreciate the work of the General Youth Division. And anything they do, I want to do what I can to support it, encourage it, promote it, because our executives, our whole team, our committee is doing an outstanding job. I appreciate our young ministers and their vision. And the second reason I come is because I believe Bible quizzing is important. And in some way I want to put, to underscore, to say that what you're doing, you know the value. I don't have to give you a lecture to convince you of the worth of what you're doing. You already know that. But I just want to say from the point of view of the General Superintendent, this is not something that's done in a corner. This is something that's important. And the value of this is magnified. You know, there's some ministries, like Youth Congress, reaches 20,000 people, so that's obvious. There's some ministries that reach a much smaller segment, but you can't judge it by the number of people. You judge it by the influence and impact. And so if you have a few, relatively, of the 20,000, but their impact as their involvement in their local church, the retention over the years, the leadership positions, the ministry positions, when you multiply that influence, then you see the impact of a ministry such as this. So I just want you to know that this is not something that's done off on the side here by a narrow group, but this is important to the entire fellowship. And we are people of the Word and Spirit, not one or the other, but both. Now, this is a ministry of the Word, but it's also saturated with the Spirit. And so always maintain that balance. And when you're in a quiz, there's more emphasis on the Word. But make sure you also, in the rest of your spiritual life, pull in the Spirit. There will be other times, like a service of worship, where it seems mostly the emphasis on the Spirit, but we always pull in the Word. It's not either or, it's both and. And this is a ministry that helps us emphasize the priority of the Word of God, right parallel with the priority of the Spirit of God. I also want to mention, as president of Urshan College and Urshan Graduate School of Theology, we do have scholarships for the winners. And so if you're interested, you're thinking about attending, if you'll contact our office, we will tell you about the scholarships that are available specifically for Bible quizzers. That's just one small way of saying we value and appreciate the work that we're doing, that you're doing, and if you're a good quizzer, we believe you're going to be a good student, a good graduate, a good alumnus, and a good worker in the kingdom of God. So God bless you. Congratulations. It's great to be here tonight.
We're very excited about what is happening in the General Youth Division at this current time. Certainly about the growth that's taking place here at the North American Bible Quiz Tournament, and the fact that tonight nearly 20,000 people gathered in Oklahoma City. The Lord is doing something in the Apostolic Church right now, and I'm glad to be a part of it. How about you? Anybody glad to be a part of what God is doing? We're very excited about what's taking place as well with our promotional efforts. I don't know if you have yet downloaded it, but everybody that has a smartphone, I want you to take it out. I want you to hold it up towards me. Okay? If on that smartphone that you have not yet downloaded the GYD app, you need to go to the App Store, whether in Apple or whether you go to the Android, and go to the App Store and download the General Youth Division app. Some people were coming up to me this week and asking me for directions and
different advice, and I just pulled out my phone, a little marketing there, Brother Enzi. I pulled it out, and I opened up the GYD app, and I said, if you would have downloaded this, you would have had these maps. And so they were downloading it right there in front of me. So take time to do that. We're doing our very best with our websites to keep things updated. We're very excited about some of the updates that are currently taking place, trying to put our websites into a level where they are the most user-friendly and functional for you. Our Bible quizzing promotions is at a great... How many have enjoyed the promotion of Bible quizzing? If you saw that promotion tonight, you were extremely excited about what was taking place. For this next year, you're going to hear about that in just a minute from Brother Ryan O'Neill, who him and his team are doing an unbelievable job. One of the ways that they do this is through social media. This is another way. If you want to stay informed about what's taking place with the General Youth Division, on that same phone that's in your hand, if you will follow us on social media, whether it be Facebook, whether it be Twitter, Instagram, we're even doing Periscope, because I don't want you to see a picture of me eating my pie. I want you to watch me eat my pie. All right? I don't understand why, but we're loving this. We want you to follow us. Everybody say General Youth Div. That was so inspiring. Everyone say General Youth Div. Powerful. If you will go to social media and you'll follow us, that will keep you informed. We have had incredible success with our social media. The numbers continue to rise and go through the roof. Even during Periscope tonight, when they were Periscoping the live, Brother Enzi was preaching, they began to Periscope, and I found out that there was at least 123 people that were not in the arena watching you preach in like 13 seconds. So that was incredible. So make sure that you're following us, and we want your feedback, the different places that you're able to call. We are here to serve you and striving to serve you with excellence. So please give us that feedback. Call us. Our incredible staff at the General Youth Division, they're available all the time, and they are doing their very best. I want to give a personal shout out to Tamara Schultz, who does so much for the Bible quiz community. I get to work with her on a daily basis, and she's one of my heroes, and so I love and appreciate her. Yes, this is her 10-year anniversary for the General Youth Division. We love and appreciate you, Tamara. So we're so thankful. As I alluded to just a moment ago, and for the sake of time, I want to bring up our next individual. Brother Ryan O'Neill, we love and appreciate you. Everything you do, you strive to do with excellence. Why don't we give a great round of applause for Brother Ryan O'Neill, the promotions director this year.
So thankful for the youth division and all the investment that they place into the ministry of Bible quizzing. I'm very, very thankful for it, because without it, we wouldn't be able to do all the great stuff that we do. And so I'm so thankful for it. We've got such an incredible team that assists with promotions, and I know this is way past some of your bedtime, so I'm going to get through this very quick, but I do want to thank we've got team leaders of our Bible quizzing promo team. I want to thank Sister Taylor Locke, who helps out with a lot of the organizing of people and resources. Brother Jay Lytle, he's done a tremendous job on organizing NABQT, hasn't he? Damien Reed assists with all of our digital things, and Ben Cohen assists with all of the communication side of things. So if you send somebody a message on Twitter, and he's the guy who responds to it, okay? So I'm so appreciative of it. Sister Heather Poland, she does all the creative genius. She's the person that creates some cool slides and all the great stuff with Bible quizzing. And we have a couple of our sub-team members here which assist our team leaders. And I just want to thank those who are here. Brother Jared Humphreys is somewhere around here. He helps out with our creative team. It was his idea for the survey for quizzers. And Brother Chad Nash, he helps out on our new initiatives team. And we're so thankful for them. A very cool thing I want to tell you about, we don't have results of it, but I do want to tell you about it. We are redoing a study on the retention rate of Bible quizzing. Now we're doing it as, we're going to have a white paper on it, and I'll give you a really quick heads up. It's not as scientific as we like because of limited information about who was in quizzing at different times. So we found some rosters from the 90s of nationals, and we're working off of those to redo that study on the retention rate. It's going to have, for those who are statistical nerds, it's going to have probably a large margin of error because of some specific limitations that we have in finding it. So now that I've said that, we are very excited about doing this. And whether our retention rate from the statistics we use goes up or whether it goes a little bit down, one way or the other, we know where we're at, and we know how we can work toward that. Because I believe that the Word of God, if we handle it truly and righteously, and it's not just a game, I believe that we can retain our young people, because that's what the Word of God does. 2016, this next year, the theme is Unashamed. The book of Romans and the book of James are absolutely incredible books. I was talking to a team at Extravaganza that said, you know what, we like this year, but I don't know that we're going to quiz next year. And they said, well, what's the study for next year? I said, it's Romans. They said, oh, we got to quiz. I said, that was the one book, if they did that, we have to quiz. It's a tremendous book. And next year is the 49th year of Bible quizzing. Isn't that awesome? So for those of you who are not math majors, 2017 is the 50th year of Bible quizzing. We're trying to create some great plans for some things to celebrate that 50th year of Bible quizzing. There is one thing that I need to speak to all of you who've been in quizzing for many, many years, Brother Pasley. We want to find records. We want to find history. If you've got this book, this box from 1965 of quizzing history records, we want to know it. If you've got some old book that you know when you die, 30, 40 years from now, someone's just going to throw it away. We have something called I believe it's the Oneness Historical Society. Is that the correct term? Okay, the Center for the Study of Oneness Pentecostalism. If you want to keep what you have, I'm not saying we want to know about what you have, because we want to build a history of Bible quizzing. But if you would be willing to even give what you have, because you know it's just sitting in a closet somewhere, and you'd rather for people come to see the true experience of Bible quizzing, we want to be able to connect with you. Please, my email, I'll go ahead and say it, it's roneil@upci.org. If you have anything to load me up with emails, we've got a great team of people. We want to find the history of Bible quizzing. There's kids here who didn't know that a timekeeper used to be a separate position where you had to have an extra quizzer come up and call time. They didn't know that there were contests because a 14-year-old called time at 32 seconds instead of 30 seconds, and you had to take it down to the judges' table. This is heartbreaking. You don't know this history.
I knew that.
We have one who knew it. And because of that, we want to be able to build something so when someone falls in love with quizzing, they can truly see what quizzing has been throughout the years. So please, all of you history nerds who love this stuff, we want to be able to find out what information you have, even information about score sheets that you found from 1978. We want it. Thank you so much for being able to help us celebrate the 50th year of Bible quizzing and for being involved in such an incredible milestone for the ministry of Bible quizzing. And without further ado, I think I'm done. So we are moving to our esteemed leader. Isn't he such a wonderful man of God?
Thank you, Ryan. We are excited about next year. We're ready for our individual awards in the intermediate division. We have an all-tournament team consisting of 5 members, and they must come from teams that had at least 2 wins. So here they are. Coming in 5th place with 110 points per quiz from Washington 1, Preston Seagrave. Preston. Coming in 4th place with 113 points per quiz from North Carolina 2, Joshua Martinez. Joshua. In 3rd place with 114 points per quiz, North Carolina 1, Patrick Egger. Patrick. This is Preston. Here comes Joshua. Patrick is not here. Joshua's here. I'm shaking his hand right now. Patrick's not? Seriously? All right, we'll get it to him. The audience will. Thanks. And in 2nd place from Texas 2, 125 points per quiz, Colin Shomansky. And the number 1 quizzer of this 5-member team, 126.25 points per quiz from West Virginia 1, Miss Bethany Wolf. Bethany. So would this be Bethany and the boys? All right. Congratulations to Bethany. 126.25 points for quiz. And our second high score and high score, they have to come from the top 4 teams. Here's the second high score of the intermediate division this year. 75.7 points for quiz from Indiana 1, Michael Bales. Michael. And our high score, coming in with 83 points for quiz from Florida 3, Morgan Bush. Morgan. Congratulations, Morgan. Here we are. Let's give them a great team here. All-Tournament Team 2015 Intermediate Division. And just before they're dismissed for the high score, which is Morgan, we have an Apostolic Study Bible that we'd like to present to her as the high score. We have Johnston and Johnson are going to come and make the presentation to Morgan here. Congratulations. We appreciate Pentecostal Publishing House making this donation of the Apostolic Study Bible. All right, one more great hand for the All-Tournament Team. Intermediate Division. All right, and now at this time we want to honor coaches. In fact, real quick, do we have all the coaches and assistant coaches stand? You're scattered throughout here, but you deserve a great round of applause. Would you stand? Quizzers, come on, join me. These are the heroes. Week in, week out, day in, day out. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. You are all heroes in our eyes. But we each year at the North American Bible Quiz Tournament do present a Coach of the Year and then 4 runners-up. We're going to do that at this time. And in the 4th runner-up for the Coach of the Year 2015, from North Carolina 2 is Brother Eric Ogden. So please come. The 3rd runner-up is from Texas 1 Conroe, Ron Whitworth. The 2nd runner-up from Louisiana 2, Chloe Saucer. All right, and our first runner-up for Coach of the Year 2015 from Illinois 1, Darren Venus. Darren. Congratulations, Brother Venus. And our Coach of the Year for 2015 Intermediate Division, Florida 3, Kay Bush. Let's give her a hand. Let them get, Brittany, you want them to the left a little bit, or they maybe take a couple steps to your right. Let's give all these coaches another great hand, and of course we do appreciate all of them. We appreciate them so much. We'd like for Sister Kay Bush, our Coach of the Year, to at least greet everyone.
Praise the Lord. Thank you so much. I don't know what to say. To God be the glory.
That works. We're very proud of all these. Thank you. Give them a great hand as they're heading off to speak these coaches. And then we also have 4 runners-up for Quizzer of the Year, and then our Quiz of the Year. And here is the 4th runner-up. From Texas 1, Elijah Whitworth. Elijah. Our 3rd runner-up from North Dakota, Gabby Goy. Gabby Goy, I'm sorry. This is Elijah here. Gabby is coming. There she comes. And our 2nd runner-up from Louisiana 2 is Mr. Grant Hickenbottom. Grant. This is Grant's 2nd year in the intermediate, and his 2nd year he's been in this group. So, ladies, take note. All right, and our first runner-up from Western 1, Lucas Kettle. All right, and our Wizard of the Year for 2015 from Florida 3, Morgan Bush. Morgan. All right, let's give these fine quizzers a great hand as a group. Take care of this. And we also have an apostolic Bible study for the quiz of the year, but since Morgan has one and can't hold them one in each hand, we're going to give it to the first runner-up, Lucas. So we'd like for Professor Johnston to come back. That's for you, sir. Apostolic Study Bible. We're proud of all these quizzes. One more great hand as they head off. Congratulations to them all.
Once again, a wonderful congratulations to all of our intermediate individual award winners. And I was reflecting that I think we're all well convinced that this ministry is not about the hardware that we take home tonight, but there is value in having something tangible, because while the trophies that I received a long time ago are no longer in my dresser, I can still pull them out of storage, and I remember that tournament, and I remember the relationships, and I remember the lessons that God taught me, and I remember those moments. So there is some value to having something tangible like this, even if it becomes dusty and old and tarnished and packed away. There's still that which does not tarnish and does not become dusty. Amen. And God plants within us. So just a brief reflection as we present our individual Experience Division Awards. We have 5 members of an all-tournament team. They must have qualified with 2 wins to be a part of this team. So our 5th member, with an average of 111.25 points per quiz, From Western One, Concord, California, Logan Schwank. With an average of 115 points. From Gainesville, Florida, Florida 2, Alyssa Strickland. With an average of 116.67 points per quiz. From Newark, Delaware, New Jersey, Delaware 1, Vincent J. Beardsley. With an average of 120.56 points per quiz. From Chesapeake, Virginia, Virginia 1, Travis Augustus. And with an average of 125 points even. The fifth person rounding out this whole tournament team, from Zanesville, Ohio, Ohio 2, Tori Glover. Our top two highest scoring individuals for the tournament must come from our top 4 teams, and that reflects the difficulty of quizzing at a higher level against tougher competition. That's why we do that. And so our second highest scoring individual for the 2015 experienced NABQT with an average of 86.67 points per quiz. From Palm Bay, Florida, Florida 1, Ryland Faubert. And our highest scoring individual for the tournament with an average of 112.78 points per quiz. From Hazelwood, Missouri, Missouri 3, Megan Favorite. As you continue to take your pictures, we're going to hold our all-tournament team for a moment and invite Brother Johnson with this presentation of the Apostolic Study Bible. In the experience division, our second highest scorer and highest scoring individual are awarded scholarships that can be used towards a Bible college of their choice or an AYC trip. And so for our second highest scoring individual, we have our General Youth Secretary, Brother Johnson, to present this scholarship for $500 to our second highest scoring individual, Ryland Faubert. And to our highest scoring individual, a scholarship in the amount of $1,000. To our highest scoring individual, Megan Favorite. All right, here we go. You've got to sign really large to endorse it on the back. All right. Oh, wait for Mom. Yeah. All right, can we have, okay. The Florida coordinator wants one with, yes. All right, let's have another great hand for these fine quizzers, our 2015 all-tournament team in the experience division. I'd like to echo Brother Reader's sentiments that I so respect all of the coaches who put in such long hours and sacrifice so much to make this ministry what it is. You have my utmost respect and esteem, and it is, and all of our officials, at least in the experience division, as we know, speaking of these 5 names that I'm about to call, it's never an easy thing to draw from such a vast pool of such qualified and exceptional individuals. I have 5 names that I'd like to call, and as your name is called, if you could come and stand on the platform, I'm calling them alphabetically here this evening. Stephen Beardsley, Nisha Elliott, Calvin Fisher, Samuel Nazario, and Stan Seth. If the 5 of you could come, stand here. Thank you all for the excellence with which you coach your teams and lead your teams. Our 4th runner-up in the Experience Division for Coach of the Year, 2015. From Lithia Springs, Georgia, Calvin Fisher. Our 3rd runner-up, from Hope Green, Washington, Samuel Nazario. Our 2nd runner-up, from Wilmington, Delaware, Stan Seth. Our first runner-up for Coach of the Year. From Alexandria, Louisiana, Nisha Elliott. And our Coach of the Year for 2015 in the Experience Division from Newark, Delaware, Stephen Beardsley. And I wish we had time to hear from all of these wonderful coaches, but we're going to hear a brief word from our Coach of the Year. To do that, this is my friend.
First of all, let me say thank you to my two sons. This moment is theirs, not mine. I have been involved in Bible quizzing for 30 years now. I began as a quizzer at 12 years of age in 1985. If I could say one thing to all of us, it is to encourage us to build a program, not a team. A team can win a tournament, but a program will produce the leaders that will change the world. And so now at this stage in my life, to be able to coach my own children, along with the other children in my church, but to coach my own children is the greatest honor and the greatest privilege that I have. I control all aspects of their life, yes. If they don't do what I tell them to do, I can cause them to be motivated. But at the end of the day, I am being given the opportunity to plant within my own children what has been planted within me, what I have planted within others, and what through a program will continue to be planted in the lives of young people in the Newark United Pentecostal Church until the day that Jesus comes. Thank you for this honor.
Let's have a great hand for our Coach of the Year and our runners-up. It is certainly no less difficult to select 5 quizzers to grace this stage. And so it's never something that we do lightly, but prayerfully and with great circumspectness. And so I want to call 5 wonderful young men and women to this platform, once again, alphabetically. Travis Augustin. Vincent Beardsley. Ryland Faubert. Megan Favorite. And Tori Glover. for the second time as my tenure as a North American Bible Quizmaster, I have recused myself from voting. And I want to thank all of you for all your kindnesses and your faith and trust in me, and for our officials as well. Thank you so much for your support. And so, our fourth runner-up for Quiz of the Year in the Experience Division, 2015. From Zanesville, Ohio, Tori Glover. Our third runner-up, from Palm Bay, Florida, Ryland Faubert. Our second runner-up, from Newark, Delaware, Vincent Beardsley. Our first runner-up, from Hazelwood, Missouri, Megan Favorite. And our 2015 Experience Division Cruiser of the Year from Chesapeake, Virginia, Travis Augustine. And as with our all-tournament team, we're going to hold our Quizzer of the Year and our runners-up while Brother Johnston comes with once again, a wonderful presentation. This is the Apostolic Study Bible to our Quizzer of the Year, Travis Augustine. And not unlike our second and highest scoring individuals, we have scholarships in the amount of $500 to an AYC trip or Bible college of her choice for Megan Favorite. Scholarship in the amount, once again, of $500, bringing the total to $1,500, I believe. Uh-huh. And in the amount of $1,000 awarded to our Quizzer of the Year, Travis Augustine. And before we have these wonderful young people step down, we'd like to hear a word from our Quizzer of the Year.
Wow. This is such a humbling honor, and I'm so thankful. This ministry has changed my life, and I'm so thankful that I've been a part of it for the past 6 years. And my only regret is that I didn't start sooner. And I want to say thank you to my parents. I mentioned them last night already, but you guys have just, I can't say enough about you two. You two just encouraged me to become just a better Christian and a better person. And my team, Sarah, you're the best teammate. And our other teammates that aren't here that couldn't make it, I just want to thank you. This is a team sport, and you deserve to be standing up here just with me. And I want to thank you. And thank you to all of you for allowing me to be up here. And just thank you so much. I appreciate it.
All right, can we have another hand for our Quizzer of the Year and our runners-up 2015 in the Experience Division? Before I relinquish the microphone, let me say a hearty and heartfelt, I should say, thank you to the General Youth Division, who so wonderfully supports, and to all of you who support Bible quizzing through Shoes for Christ. And thank Brother Enzi, Brother Carson, Brother Johnson for your personal support of this ministry. It's one of the things to simply support it at an organizational level. They support it at a personal level as well. I can testify to that fact. So thank you. Thank you very much. Brother Johnson, our General Youth Secretary, is coming at this time. Can we give him a great hand?
Well, it is 12:30. It's already the second day of Youth Congress. I'm feeling better. I don't know about you. First, where's Brother Enzi at? Brother Enzi. He stepped out for a minute. He's not here right now, but what a word from God tonight. Yes. Are you so thankful for the word from God? I'm so thankful for that message tonight, the spirit of liberty we felt at Youth Congress. I want to have all of our officials stand, if you would. All of our officials who are here, sacrifice vacation time, time away from home, to be here, to invest. Thank you so much. Let's hear it up for them. Brother Reaver, Brother Faubert, can we say enough about our Bible quizzing leaders? Can we hear it one more time for them? Thank you so much for your best service ministries. And then a new position this year that you may have not seen a lot of the work like we did, but I want the Lidls to stand because this is the first year. The first year we had an NABQT coordinator. And they have done a tremendous job helping us in so many ways. Thank you, Brother and Sister Lytle, for a job well done. And the last thing I want to say before we leave in prayer is happy anniversary to my wife, 20 years today. And you are everything I ever wanted in a wife, and I'm so blessed to have you. And, you know, honey, you did want a candlelight dinner for our anniversary. No, we do have a rain check on our anniversary, but thank you for the last 5 years having our anniversary at Youth Congress or community meeting. Let's all stand to our feet. What a great tournament this has been. I'm very thankful for the spirit that I feel in this room. I feel unity, so thankful for every quizzer. We are all tired, so I'm not going to keep babbling, but we're going to say a word of prayer for each team, each quizzer, each church that's investing in Bible quizzing. Will you join me in prayer? Jesus, thank you so much for this wonderful week we had together. Thank you for every quizzer, every coach. Thank you for the spirit of unity that we have felt in this entire tournament. I'm asking you, God, to bless each of these churches, these quizzers, these coaches, God. Let this word stay deep in their heart. Bless them as they leave tonight. In Jesus' name, everyone say amen. Amen. You may be dismissed with chariots of fire on your mind.
Get up my back.